perfectly thrown ball that should have been a touchdown, really. However, I do not want to hear from any player on the team, especially the quarterback, that they came out flat before a game on national television and came out flat at halftime. You were up 15-6, driving down the field. We were texting in our chat. I said, please, God, get me 15-6 at halftime, because this team, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, they're so fucking bad before the half. They always have that extra turnover. They cannot just get to the locker room without flipping the momentum. Rodgers tries to be a hero, throws it into triple coverage. You get a great interception. He checks that ball down to Breece Hall. I promise you the Jets win that game 25-13. The ball gets intercepted. They run it back. Starting with the quarterback, the entire team takes on the Robert Saleh mope, and they go into the locker room feeling bad for themselves, feeling like we all felt that they're going to lose the game. I'm a sicko fan. They should not feel that way. You're winning 15-13. You're getting the ball. You have Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback. Why can you not win that game? You have Devontae Adams, you have Garrett Wilson, you have Breece Hall, you have Tyron Smith, you have CJ Mosley. I could go on forever. Why are you flat at halftime? You're playing for your season. You're the quarterback and you're the leader of the team. Would Tom Brady in that situation, and I hate praising Tom Brady, would he allow that to happen? Would Patrick Mahomes let that happen? Would even friggin' Josh Allen let that happen? And why are you talking to the press about it? And then it trickles down. You hear Tippmann saying the same thing, that we were flat. Figure it the fuck out. What are you talking about? Why are you flat? Do they like being humiliated in primetime while the Steelers and Mike Tomlin are literally running it up on them because they think their defense is a joke? The first thing that I came out of that game thinking, or one of the first things, and it's sad because we were needling the comments late last year, was Deion Dawkins right about everything he said about this team? Is it just a bunch of fake tough guys and an Instagram wannabe team?
Yep.
Because that's the energy they gave off in that game. And it's not everybody. There was plenty of guys, and there's been plenty of guys this season who are flying around and busting their ass. DJ Reed, Michael Carter will be back. They need that energy. Jalen Mills, of all people, was doing it on defense. Quincy Williams always brings it. I thought Quinnen played better. I don't even get mad at Garrett, because Garrett, I think, cares. And he's pressing, and he's in his head. I just look at guys like constantly banged up and making some like weird comments a few weeks ago, AVT. I look at Sauce, who's been such a letdown this year and plays so soft and is the embodiment of how soft this team is. But what bothers me the most is the quarterback, who's the captain and who's supposed to be the leader of the team. Stop with the we're flat, we could have been flat. Stop with the faces on the sideline. Get the plays in. Don't have to burn a timeout after Breece Hall rips off a huge play. Play with some tempo and do what you were brought here for. You were here to not let this team fall apart when they're winning 15-13 at the half. You were here to beat Buffalo when you have the ball late. You were here to beat Minnesota when you have the ball late. You make 2 or 3 plays, this is a whole different conversation. And now it's before Halloween, and this team basically has to run the slate to break this playoff drought, which is insane. So that is the full thing I needed to get off my chest, because how is this team, no matter the quarterback, no matter the coaching change, how are they so soft and mentally weak, man? It's just unbelievable to watch. They went into a turtle shell after that interception. It's like they quit right then and they were winning and getting the ball. It's baffling to watch, honestly.
It is. Going back to the interception that turned the whole game, it's just so bad for so many reasons. One, Rodgers doesn't throw picks like that. Two, watching it back on the All-22, the Steelers are sitting with 2 high safeties. This is the problem with Rodgers being so obsessed with getting the ball out. Devontae runs a slot fade, and Garrett is running right over the middle of the field. Everybody knows that because they saw the pick. That safety on the same side of them, he has to either pedal all the way back, which he does, or commit to one of the two when the ball is thrown. Devontae can easily catch a 20-yard fade on this if you want the hard throw. But they both clear out space for Breece at the sticks. It's 2nd and 4. Breece is at the sticks. And if you throw him a catch and run ball, he's probably going to get you 20 yards instead of just the 5 and there's 1 minute and 21 seconds left in the half. I don't know why.
Horrible game management.
It's such bad game management to throw that ball in that situation, because it's 2nd and 4. And you don't have to score a touchdown. You don't even have to have the field goal, but you're playing thinking, okay, let's get down the field and see. All you're doing is making sure the Steelers don't get the ball back. And honestly, with how soft the Steelers defense is sitting in coverage on this, you could have easily dink and dunked your way up the field for a field goal if Greg Leg makes the kick. You might have
Brees could have had 150 yards receiving in this game. He had 93, and he didn't even get the ball a few times when he
was
should
all in
have.
the first half. So that throw was just inexcusable. And then you're right. Then the confidence issues start to pop up because the Garrett drop, that's an interception. That's a great ball. And it hits Garrett square, right in the shoulder pad, pops up. Only in this world does God give a team that kind of bounce. Like usually the ball just skids 7 yards out of bounds, and that ball pops up like a volleyball, like a beach ball, and goes right into the corner's hands. It's just, and that's me like having a laugh at just how things go. But when they're going bad, they go really bad. There's just a lot to unpack here. And I mean, now they play a New England team that you would hope they wallop, but just nothing is guaranteed anymore at this point. I don't know. I try to not do this often, but when players have their own interests, right? Like hobbies and all this stuff, listen, live your life. I'm not one of those like, get off it. But this team, I think specifically this offseason, was supposed to, according to them, they learned the hard way last year when Rodgers got hurt. Like, let's go into the season a lot quieter. The entire offseason, it was like Sauce had something new to say every day online that was either pissing people off or whatever, or just whatever it was. He was the star of the show. Rodgers he's always going to do McAfee, and that's his right to do. But for a guy that said, like, hey, we got to shut up everything from the building, everything's just poured out every Tuesday. And once again, I don't give a shit about any of this if you're a 500 team, but you're embarrassing. So, and